After the exhibition game against South Sudan a little over a week ago, where LeBron James had to essentially save Team USA from their first loss in the preliminary games,
Steph. LeBron drives for the lead, he puts it in! With 8 seconds remaining.
everyone overreacted like crazy. Comments were flying around saying things like, "This is embarrassing for Team USA. The United States ain't even making the quarterfinals," or simply just, "Guys, this is not good." And now that Team USA easily cruised past South Sudan when the wins actually mean something, everyone switched up. Comments like, "Just give them the gold medals," and "We taking it all the way" started to show up. And that's exactly why context matters. The first time Team USA and South Sudan matched up in London, it was two completely different teams playing. On the one hand, you had a United States team that was shooting incredibly bad, and on the other hand, you had a South Sudan team shooting the absolute lights out.
Second quarter for South Sudan.
Yeah, Deng brings a lot of energy. Jones gets to the rim.
And one for Carlik Jones, who is feeling himself right now.
Oh, and by the way, Team USA didn't have the all-time Olympic scoring leader, Kevin Durant. In my video covering the first game against South Sudan, I asked two major questions. Can South Sudan shoot like they did again? And can they beat Team USA when Kevin Durant is back in the lineup? I think we all know the answer to both of those questions now. No, they can't. In the exhibition game, South Sudan managed to knock down 14 threes on 42%. The United States did shoot around 8% higher from the field, but only hitting 7 threes on 25% against a team that's on fire isn't necessarily a recipe for a blowout. But everything was different when it really mattered. In the second meeting with South Sudan, this time in an official Olympic game, there was a definite flip. Not only did Team USA continue to shoot a higher field goal percentage, but they were now the team shooting over 40% from 3 instead of South Sudan. And not to mention, Steph Curry struggled heavily this game, recording just 3 points on 1 of 9 from the field and 0 of 6 from 3. Numbers that we're just not used to seeing the greatest shooter of all time put up.
He's free, gets the ball, puts up a three-pointer, bang! Steph Curry nails the three-pointer with 7/10 of a second remaining!
However, despite Curry temporarily turning into Ben Simmons,
An open three, air ball.
the United States still won in a blowout because one team is simply just better than the other. And I think we've all heard the quote popularized by Kevin Durant, "Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard."
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Well, South Sudan has a group of guys that truly work hard, and hats off to them for keeping the deficit to low double digits for part of the game. But the talent level is the difference. And the thing that makes Team USA such a difficult force is that they are a group of guys that work hard and have talent. Mixing both of those parts together can make a great basketball player. And then imagine putting a bunch of guys who have done that on the same team together. South Sudan played their hearts out and never gave up, but Team USA was just too deep and too talented. After a mediocre start to the game, Team USA's bench unit came out strong and secured a 12-point lead heading into the second quarter. A significantly different opening quarter compared to the 2-point deficit in the preliminary game. And the strong start would continue through the second quarter. Contributions from guys like Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, and of course, Kevin Durant would extend the lead to 20 in just 5 minutes. And at the half, a 19-point deficit was staring down on South Sudan, a much different situation from the first matchup. In the exhibition game, South Sudan had the world shocked as they were the ones with a double-digit lead, 14 points to be exact. But if we've learned anything from Team USA's previous games, it should be that halftime leads basically mean nothing, because we all know what happened the first time.
LeBron drives for the lead, he puts it in! With 8 seconds remaining.
As per usual, Team USA didn't necessarily play the best in the second half. South Sudan was sneaking into comeback territory, cutting the lead down to 12 at one point. However, the United States star-studded bench managed to keep South Sudan at bay heading into the final quarter. And this is when Team USA left no doubt that they were going to win this game. About halfway into the final quarter, it looked like one team was just having fun, and the other was just trying not to lose by a lot. And honestly, South Sudan probably would have achieved a lower point differential if it weren't for the United States matching all of their points. Not only was this game proof that nearly everyone on social media overreacted for no reason to an exhibition game that means nothing, but it shows that even when a guy like Steph can't buy a basket, a near 20-point blowout is still achievable. To beat this United States team that honestly wasn't playing their best quite yet, teams will need to shoot the lights out while also shutting down at least 6 to 8 of their players. South Sudan gave it their all as they always do, but it wasn't even close to enough. The depth of the United States was just too much. And that depth is the reason Joel Embiid can be benched, Jason Tatum can be benched on any given night, because matchups matter. And having a collection of guys that can play different ways helps drastically. For example, Joel Embiid may be able to take advantage of his size more against a smaller Puerto Rico team, but personally, I like AD starting over him. But anyways guys, what do you think about Team USA after their second official Olympic game against South Sudan? Are they starting to look a little bit better? And what do you think is causing Steph's shooting struggles? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.